So if you know anyone that needs something, come down to here, Lahaina boat ramp, and we're about to head out to the next spot and try to get more radios.
Isn't it crazy that it's been all of these weeks since the fires, yet these people are still having to do this to bring supplies to one another? The military came in, they got checkpoints everywhere. They locked down a bunch of the harbors. They're having to go to old docks and old piers, some of which aren't even stable, pulling up, dropping food off to people. Sometimes people are walking out into the water, like waist deep water, picking up packages of food and supplies from these boats because they're still blocking a lot of supplies from reaching these people. And I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before. I've seen natural disasters. We've seen things like what happened in East Palestine. But I've never really seen, these agencies come in and actively work against the people. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. All the time we see FEMA come in and these other agencies, and they don't really help at all, right? We've seen that. But in this case, it's like they're actively working against them. And it's not hard to tell. It's not a big secret. Anyone can see it. You can see it from the comfort of your own home. So the people there, of course, they can see it. It's not a secret. When you got the military and whoever else, National Guard, FEMA, blocking food from going to people to the point that they're riding boats around the island. Now listen, when this was happening for the first couple of days, I was like, okay. But it's been weeks. What's the excuse now? Maybe you could make up an excuse for the first couple of days, but 3, 4, 5 weeks later, are we going to be 6 months down the road and people are still going to have to drive boats around checkpoints trying to get people supplies? It's like I was saying early on in this story, I get the feeling that they're like trying to stall these people out and make them as desperate as possible. They want you frustrated. They want you hungry. They want you desperate, because then you'll be more likely to sell your land or to sell the plots where your home used to be to all of these vultures that are coming in. So I do believe that right now we're witnessing a concerted effort where all of these agencies came in, and I'm used to them not doing their jobs, but here they're just actively working against the people. But talking about the people, let's go ahead and listen to someone from the area. Let's see what they have to say, and then I'll be right back with more thoughts.
Mahalo nui for inviting us and allowing us to be here today to share our mana'o and our ike. And so I just found out that July 17th was the date and time when the emergency proclamation was suspended, signed. That signature, it only can come from our kupunas, who are ancestors to the Iwi kupuna that are placed where they are on the islands. So I humbly ask that you guys reinstate that sunshine law. Aloha mai kako, my Iwi kupunas. Aloha mai kako. My makuas, I call them because you know why? This is not only surface or physical, it's also spiritual. I am a Iwi Kupuna protector, and I'll continue standing and protecting them. But with this decision that our governor, Josh Green, made, he is not pono to make that decision. He mahalo for allowing me to share that with you. Because I'm going to call out, and when I call out, this is a warning to everyone who knows the unjust that's been done in this emergency proclamation. The emergency that I see today is Lahaina. the people there. My prayers and blessing travels with the winds across to them. My support is only where I can be able to use my hands to labor or however else I can be able to help them. And they may be your relatives, they may be your neighbors, and maybe someone you know you don't know. But most of all, when I call this word, it's a warning. And the warning is because you guys will step over. Using this emergency proclamation would not solve nothing. Continually, to step on my iwi kupuna, my ancestors' bone, and their blood that runs through me. And for those of you who understand this, so, and for this housing, yes, it's a must, it's a discussion and a need for many people, wherever they are, here in the islands. My kupuna right now is saying to call. And when I call, that's only because there are deaf ears, blind eyes, cold hearts that are not allowing us to just talk or share and discuss these matters. For those of you who understand, it will not affect you. Who understand. For those of you who do not understand, that's only because it's time. It's time. Many kupuna before me spoken, and it seemed that everybody went ahead and made whatever decision, choices, what we thought was best for us. I asked this one time, reinstate our sunshine law so that your housing plans, whatever it may be, to help every level of people that needs a place to live will be able to live. Yes. And if you guys don't allow that, then you guys are going to be responsible. Thereafter, when I'm done. There's no blame here. There is no blame. Away! 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 It's been given the warning. If you guys pursue, which you guys did not get any permission from my iwi kupunas, whose bones are still laying in those grounds, but they should start to preservations that's already been pawned or already been sealed. And so with this blood that's already been laid in Lahaina will be upon you guys' hands. And I'm not just speaking to all of you here, I'm speaking to the whole city, county, state departments, wherever you are, whoever you are, will be on you guys' hands.
Listen. I don't know what just happened, but I'm pretty sure she just put a curse on those people. So if I was them, I would be really worried right now. But seriously, they do have blood on their hands. And I hope that they realize that. And I just wonder, is it really worth it? Sure, maybe you'll get some type of promotion or you'll get a little bit of money, but morally, inside, is it really worth it in the long run? Does this stuff not eat you up? And then another thing, listen, you're like city council officials. You're not that high up on the totem pole. After they wipe these people out, they're coming for you next. That's what I don't think a lot of these people realize. They hop aboard the machine and they help the machine just screw people over constantly. And they think that because they're part of the machine that they're not going to get screwed over, but they are eventually. None of these people are at the top of the totem pole. They're actually very low. They're just doing the dirty work for a lot of these elites who are going to come in and take over the island in the long run. And guess what? It might be the people of Lahaina right now, but they're going to come for your homes and your homes and your homes soon too. Soon enough, if you're not some mega rich billionaire, you're not even going to be in Hawaii. You know what I mean? So these city council officials and these other random officials or whoever they are, I hope they realize that you're next. And at the end of the day, you should, morally, you should have a heart, and you shouldn't do this to these people. But even if you don't have any heart, even if you don't care about these people, how do you not understand that you're next? Right now, you just got rid of your shield. You got rid of these people in Lahaina. They were the only ones standing between the powers that be and y'all, the lower tier grunts that do all the dirty work. But these people will never learn. You know, right now it's the people of Lahaina who are suffering. But all of those people in that city council, a lot of them will be suffering soon enough. Because Lahaina isn't going to be enough. It might not be this year, might not be next year, maybe 10 years from now. But eventually, you know, karma comes around. And the way it looks, these elites are buying up land like crazy. But hey, it is what it is. I feel bad for these people. And I just hope that these people who are putting these people in this situation understand that their time is coming as well. Let me know your thoughts, though, down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all soon in the next video.